Agent Romanoff. You miss me?
Oh yeah, Charles, we got ourselves an X-Men fan.
Captain.
Your Highness.
Captain, big fan, Spider-Man. Hey everyone.
Hey guys, and welcome to Filmartsy, your #1 source for all things films and movies. And we have some huge news when it comes to the Marvel Cinematic Universe and Spider-Man, and for the future of the MCU as a whole. Now, if you've been following the Marvel Cinematic Universe for any amount of time, you would actually know that there's been a lot of talks and rumors and speculation as to whether or not we would ever see some sort of live-action Spider-Verse movie or some sort of tie-in with previous actors who have played Spider-Man in the past. There was a ton of rumors that actors like Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield, both actors who have played Spider-Man in the past, were in talks with Marvel to reprise their role in one way or another, or be casted for some sort of role in the future of the current Marvel Cinematic Universe. And while this was a lot of heavy speculation, we now have an official confirmation, at the very least, that Marvel is now looking at the larger scale of any Spider-Man iteration to be, in fact, included in the greater Marvel Cinematic Universe. So we ended up getting this tweet from Scott Derrickson, who is the executive producer for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, and he was the director on the first Doctor Strange movie. And we got an official confirmation that all Spider-Man iterations are de facto MCU. This, of course, is a newer idea and a newer thing that wasn't necessarily the case up until recently, where technically the only MCU movies, or any movie that could be considered a part of the Marvel Universe, started with Iron Man and played out through Avengers Endgame and Spider-Man Far From Home. However, there was a lot of assumptions and a lot of speculation that with the newer phase coming out, Marvel might try to reach back and expand the universe in a very different way. And of course, there's been a lot of talks that the Multiverse of Madness will be the first foray into the idea of kind of fleshing out the entire universe. And real quick, we wanted to give a huge shout out to our Instagram page. If you guys didn't know, we just passed over 8,000 followers over on Instagram, so we'd really appreciate if you guys headed over to our Instagram, scroll through some of our posts, maybe hit the like button and followed us over there. We do a lot of really interesting content if you love comic books, the MCU, DCEU, whatever it is. If you just like movies, it's a really cool page. We've been working really hard on it, and it would mean the world to us if you went over and checked it out as well. Now, if you guys remember back, we actually saw a little hint of this in Spider-Man Far From Home, where not only the multiverse is alluded to, while not actually shown, we do see J. Jonah Jameson in the post-credits scene, played by the same actor who played this character in the Tobey Maguire Sam Raimi universe, so it was already looking like there was a little bit of a connection starting to form. Then, of course, we know Disney went ahead and acquired the rights to Fox, which meant there would be a lot of new characters introduced, like the Fantastic Four, potential for the X-Men, but more interestingly, looked like Disney really wanted to move forward with getting Deadpool on board to join up with the Marvel Cinematic Universe. And the only real way to do that would have to be to open up some sort of cross-dimensional storyline, which is something that's already extremely common in the comic books. We already are starting to see the idea of different multiverses or timelines from Avengers Endgame, so it doesn't necessarily feel like too much of a stretch that we're starting to see some plot elements that go even larger than what maybe we had initially anticipated or speculated upon years back. Now, another thing that's really interesting is we also got a deleted scene from the very first Iron Man movie way back, and not even showcased until we saw Avengers Endgame. It actually had different dialogue where we saw Samuel L. Jackson's character, Nick Fury, even talk about other characters that were not already a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe, so that was really interesting as well. So it's starting to show how Marvel's kind of trying to change the image a little bit, because they're planning on doing some big things that are quite different. So what do you guys think of this situation? Do you think the fact that any Spider-Man entity that has existed before is a part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe in the way that we are reading this tweet? Let us know what you're thinking in the comments down below. Be sure to subscribe with notifications on for more videos like this uploaded every single day of the week. That's it for today though, and we'll see you all next time with a brand new video.
Talking?
I'm about to.
Hi everybody!
Hey everybody, how you doing?
Hi.
Hi.
See you guys.